Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Okay. Yes, yes, you should sit and you should speak loudly so that we can all hear you, all right? Into the microphone right in front of you. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Please state your full name for the record.
Kamia Bentley,
Ms. Bentley, where did you grow up?
St. Augustine, Florida.
And
Sounds
are
like
you,
Viverito.
is that close to Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also have family in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
And so I'm going to ask you, and you said you grew up in St. Augustine. Was there any point where you lived in Jacksonville?
No, ma'am.
And let's talk about June of 2024. Do you remember that time period?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have a friend back then by the name of Aaliyah Albritton?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you know Aaliyah Albritton?
That was one of my good friends.
How long had you known her?
We known each other on social media for a while, and then we became really close. So for about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Were you supposed to go to a girls' trip on June 21st of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Where were you supposed to go?
Here, Tampa, Florida.
Did you know somebody here in Tampa?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you know?
I have a friend here named Nisea.
And who were you going to come to Tampa with?
It was supposed to be me and Aaliyah, and we were supposed to meet Nisea here.
Did your plans change a little bit?
Yes, ma'am.
How did they change?
We ended up being at an Airbnb with others.
How did that happen?
From just, well, it was supposed to be me and Aaliyah. It ended up being me, Aaliyah, and I guess someone she was talking to at the time. And we came down here with him.
Was that Typha McCrae?
Yes, ma'am.
And so did you ride down here to Tampa with her and Typha McCrae?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember what kind of vehicle Typha McCrae had?
Yes, ma'am.
What type of vehicle?
A Nissan,
What color?
black.
It's a black Nissan Altima?
Yes, ma'am.
When you came down with Typha McCrae and Aaliyah Albritton, was that on a Friday or a Saturday?
It was Friday.
Where did you go when you came to Tampa that Friday?
We just stopped to a gas station and went to an Airbnb.
Who was at the Airbnb?
When we first got there, it was no one there. I think maybe one of his friends. I'm not sure. I'm not aware.
Later, did you find out that Charles Jones was staying at that Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you ever met Charles Jones before
When I was there that weekend.
that weekend? But prior to that weekend, had you ever met Charles Jones?
No, ma'am.
Had you been familiar with a person by the name of a rapper named Julio Foolio?
Yes, ma'am.
Why were you familiar with that name, Julio Foolio?
He's just a big artist in the city,
What city?
Jacksonville, Florida.
And even though you grew up in St. Augustine, you said you had family in Jacksonville, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And were there times where you would go to Jacksonville and hang out in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did that start?
Well, I kind of grew up in Jacksonville and St. Augustine. I have family and friends all over. So,
And you said he was a big rap artist, is that correct?
yes, ma'am.
Did you see any of his music or anything about him on social media?
Yes.
What type of social media were you on back in June of 2024?
In the beginning, I was on Instagram and Facebook, and I think that's it. Twitter, maybe?
And were you familiar with the type of rap music that Julio Foolio Charles Jones played?
Yes, ma'am.
Drill rap music?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that mean to you?
To me?
Yes.
Nothing.
Were you into drill rap music?
Was I into it? I
No,
listened
she's a
to it.
girl.
You listened to it. Were you aware that there were rival groups in Jacksonville that would do rap music against?
If I clip this and you're watching this clip and it says, no, not into drill music because I'm a girl, I'm referencing what the previous witness said. I'm not just trying to box people in on what they can listen to based on who they are, just to clarify.
The other group?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know what group or what gang Charles Jones, Julio Foolio was associated with?
Yes, ma'am.
And what gang was that?
I'm assuming KTA.
What was that?
I'm
KTA.
assuming KTA as far as I know.
As far as you know. What was the rival gang? Do you remember?
ATK.
ATK, okay. And are you familiar with a rap artist by the name of Young and Ace?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he
There's like a backwards acronym that ATK supposedly uses. It's KTA, but it seems like she was just messing up the actual acronym.
associated with ATK?
Yes, ma'am.
And had you ever met either one of those people before?
Met as far as the two rappers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And that weekend was the first time you had met Charles Jones, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you met Young and Ace before
Yes,
from
ma'am.
ATK? When did you meet him?
Probably when I was younger.
When you were younger? Okay. Was it somebody that you personally knew and considered a friend or anything like that?
No.
Were you also familiar with him because of his music and his rapping in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Were a lot of your friends familiar with both of those rap groups, ATK and Charles Jones, Julio Foolio?
Yes, ma'am.
So going back to that Friday and the Airbnb, you said that he wasn't there at first, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point, did he get to that Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do the first night that you were there, that Friday, June 21st of 2024?
Well, we first got to the Airbnb, and it was no one there. And I was waiting for my friend Alicia to come get me and Aaliyah, and she finally showed. There was a backyard area with a pool, and me and the girls just sat out there, and I didn't realize that the guys were inside. And we came inside, but we weren't really around. We were just sitting in an area just by ourselves, just with the girls, and we left, and that was that.
When you say we left, who are you referring to?
Me and Alicia.
Where did
And
you?
Aaliyah.
And Aaliyah. Where did you, Nisea, and Aaliyah Albritton go?
We all went out.
Where?
We went to some club
Where did you spend the night that night?
at Alicia's house,
Where did Aaliyah Albritton stay the night?
at the B&B.
The Airbnb that Julio Foolio had been? Did you know the address to that Airbnb?
Right now, not off the top of my head, no.
Was that the only time that you had been there?
Yes, ma'am.
Going now into Saturday, June 22nd of 2024, did you at some point go to a different Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately what time did you go to the different Airbnb?
I can't tell you what time, but sometime in the afternoon.
And is this another Airbnb that Charles Jones was going to be at and have a party?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point, did you and Nisea go shopping?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you run an errand for Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that.
I just remember when we went to the Airbnb, he asked if we could go to Walmart to go get a speaker so that he can have for the party.
Okay. Did you agree to do that?
Yes.
Did you in fact go and do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did he pay for the speaker that he asked you to get for him?
Yes, ma'am.
When you went back to the Airbnb, and this is a different Airbnb, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, how many people were at the Airbnb at that point?
I'm not sure. Honestly, don't know.
Let me ask you this. Did your friend Nisea, did she hang out with you at the second Airbnb?
She left early.
Was your friend Aaliyah Albritton at the Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have your bags with you at that point when Nisea dropped you off at the second Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your plan for that night?
My plans for the night was to meet back up with Nisea, and me and Aaliyah and Nisea were going to go out because we were supposed to have a girls trip.
At some point, were you aware that people were going to go to a club?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get ready?
I was in a room at the Airbnb. I was by myself.
And was there a party going on in the Airbnb during that time period?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anything unusual happen at the Airbnb during that time period?
I'm not sure. I was in the room alone.
Okay. No kind of gunfire or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware. I was alone.
At some point, do you all go to the club?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were your bags at that point?
I just remember Taifa getting a call, and I think it was Julio saying he was going to put him in the car maybe for us because I guess they had to evacuate the Airbnb.
Had you already left the Airbnb at that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you leave the Airbnb with?
Aaliyah and Taifa McRae.
And where were you and Aaliyah and Taifa McRae going?
We went to the first club.
And at some point, you were alerted that they got kicked out of the Airbnb, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Were you worried about your bag at that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you already at the club or were you on the way to the club?
When we got alerted that they were leaving the Airbnb, we were on the way.
When you got to that first club, was that Teasers?
I believe so.
Was it a strip club?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did Charles Jones and other people from the Airbnb go to that club?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know if Taifa McRae, whether or not he was good friends with Charles Jones?
I knew at the end. Yes,
Had you met Taifa McRae before then?
Yes, ma'am.
And prior to then, you didn't know how close they were, is that correct?
I didn't know that they were friends.
Okay. And you said that you were with Aaliyah Albritton and Taifa McRae.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember how many cars showed up from the Airbnb to that first club, Teasers?
I'm not sure. I was in the room alone.
So you didn't see when everybody left, is that correct?
I didn't see anybody at all.
Okay. So going back to Teasers, how long would you say you were at Teasers?
Maybe like, it wasn't really that long. Maybe like
It was
45
boring.
minutes, maybe an hour, maybe.
Sorry to interrupt you. Where did you go after Teasers?
We went to another club that they wanted to go to.
Do you remember the name of that club?
No, but I remember it had stairs.
Was it on the second floor?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, who were you riding with from that first club, Teasers, to the second nightclub?
Taifa and Aaliyah.
In the same vehicle, Typha McCrae's vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
When you got to the second club, do you know whether or not there were other cars from your group or your party going at the same time at that point?
At that point, yes, ma'am.
How many cars do you remember were in your group, or do you know?
I'm not aware. I don't know.
Were you paying attention to who
Not
you were going
really.
with?
No.
Okay. So now I want to talk about this second club. You said that it was on a second floor, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember how long you were at the second club?
Maybe the same time we were at the other one. Maybe like an hour.
And you mentioned all the people that were in your car. Did all of them go into the second club?
It was just me and Aaliyah and Taifa in one car, but yes, we did go in there.
Was Charles Jones at that club?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he have other people with him at the club?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long would you say you were at the second club?
Maybe like 45 minutes to an hour, maybe. I don't remember.
When you left the club, do you know what the plan was at that point? Where were you going?
I initially thought we were going to come back home that night, but I believe that they were just really tired and they wanted to lay down and get some rest instead of hopping on the road because it was late. And I guess no one wanted anything to happen. Anything can happen at night. So I guess they just wanted to rest.
Was it in the pretty early morning hours at that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know what exactly time it was at that point?
I think maybe like 2 in the morning, close to 3 maybe.
Were you keeping track of the time?
No, ma'am.
What happened when you all left the club?
We all followed each other to a hotel.
Were you familiar with that hotel?
No, ma'am.
When you got to the hotel, tell me what happened.
I just remember we were driving around trying to find parking, and we couldn't find parking, and I guess they were trying to see if there was a room available or any rooms available. So we all parked by the front lobby.
At some point, where were you in the vehicle?
I was originally sitting in the back seat, in the passenger seat, behind the passenger seat.
Who was driving?
Taifa McCrae,
And where was Aaliyah Albritton?
in the passenger seat.
Okay. At any point, did Typha McCrae leave the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Aaliyah said she needed to use the bathroom.
Okay. And then what happened?
I moved into the driver's seat, the front driver's seat.
All right, I want to ask you what happened at that point when you got into the driver's seat of Typha McCrae's vehicle?
I just remember looking down at my phone and I got shot.
Did you hear any gunshots
Yes,
before
ma'am.
you got shot? Okay. How many gunshots did you hear?
A lot.
After you got shot, what did you do?
I prayed and I asked God to cut the car on because there was no keys in the car. And I finally got the car to cut on and I drove off.
Where did you get shot?
In my arm and in the back of my shoulders.
Do you know where you were going at that point?
I just wanted to get away.
Did anything happen in the parking lot as you were trying to get away?
I just remember everybody was just trying to back out of the cars and just try to save themselves.
And where did you go?
I remember pulling out of the hotel and I made a left down the street and I seen a police car and I stopped at the light and I instantly thought about everybody that I left behind at the hotel and I wanted to make sure they were okay, so I turned around.
Okay. Did you make any phone calls or did you get a phone call?
I remember making a phone call to Aaliyah and just telling her what happened.
And what did she say?
She was just in shock and she said that she heard everything going on from inside the hotel.
What did you do at that point?
I turned around and I made it back to the hotel and there was nobody in the front.
Did you see any? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
Did you see any of the vehicles that you had originally got to the hotel with?
Everyone was gone.
So tell me what happened once you got back to that hotel.
Aaliyah and Taifa came outside, running outside, and I just remember my adrenaline rush was just my anxiety. Everything was up there, and I just begged them to take me to the hospital.
Did they do that?
Yes, ma'am.
When you got to the hospital, what happened?
I just remember Taifa being by my side, and he just never left until my parents got there.
Were your parents in Tampa that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you call them and let them know what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how long it took for them to get there?
They wouldn't let my parents come back and see me till maybe like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Okay. Did a law enforcement officer come to the emergency room?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's marked States Exhibit 28. Do you recognize this photograph? Does that fairly and accurately represent you on that day after you had gone to the hospital on June 23rd of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this time, we'd offer into evidence States Exhibit 28.
Any objection?
No objection.
Ms. Bentley, is that you in the emergency room at Advent Hospital in Tampa, Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us where exactly you were shot?
My right arm, like right here, my upper right arm. And there's gun pieces in the back of my shoulder.
Did you require surgery that night?
No, ma'am.
And you said that, is there still pieces that are in your arm?
Yes, ma'am.
Did Aaliyah Albritton, did she come into the hospital with you and Taifa McCrae?
No, ma'am.
Do you know what happened to Aaliyah Albritton after she dropped you off at the hospital?
No, ma'am.
You want me to have one moment?
Yes.
Judge, at this time, we pass the witness.
Okay, cross-examination.
Wow. You befriend somebody you meet on Instagram, this girl Aaliyah. Aaliyah, when she was on the stand, was saying that she only knew Taifa McCrae through a friend, but that they'd also been friends for years, which was kind of weird. It's just something that stood out to me. Now we're finding out Aaliyah says, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Let me go inside. Taifa, who was driving, goes inside with Aaliyah. I guess it must be a push-to-start car, right? Maybe they were close enough because we have Kamia Bentley saying, all I know is I was looking down at my phone, and I was trying to get the car to start, but it wouldn't. So I'm thinking it was one of those push-to-start cars, and she might not have known how to, like, speaking from personal experience, I finagle with that too. It screws with me. I like to put the key in the ignition and go. So that seems like that must have been what was happening in a panicked moment. This is kind of weird to me. And sure, it is completely plausible. Aaliyah had to go to the bathroom. Taifa's like, all right, let me make sure you're not walking inside alone, but we're going to leave this other girl in the car. But then Taifa's the one standing and staying with you while you're in the hospital after you get shot in the arm. And Aaliyah, who's your friend, that you thought you were going on a girls' trip with, not only doesn't check on you in the hospital, but you just don't know what happened to her. So what I'm going to take from that is you probably had some kind of conflict or doubt about your friendship after that moment and the way Aaliyah acted afterwards. And Aaliyah's not the one on trial here. Alicia Andrews is on trial. And if the state has damning evidence that, Alicia Andrews is helping plan before all this, doesn't really matter if there's something weird going on with Aaliyah. But if the state can't deliver and you've got Aaliyah over here, then Aaliyah's reasonable doubt flag is kind of in sparkling neon lights right now. Yeah, and Aaliyah's the one that's also on probation. So if it was supposed to be that she wasn't supposed to be there, she said her probation officer didn't give her any issues. Cool. But was she not even supposed to be over there? I don't know, guys. Be careful. Be careful about the friends that you keep. And I know I'm not trying to judge anyone that's been played or left behind or found out that their friend wasn't the friend that they thought they were. It happens. I think everyone's probably experienced that. But holy moly, what a girls' trip gone entirely wrong.
Good afternoon, Miss Bentley.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. I want to just ask you some basic questions. Do you know anything called 6 block? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
All right. What is that to you?
What is that to me?
Yeah.
A group of boys.
All right. Do you know what ATK is?
Yes, sir.
Is that another group of boys?
Yes, sir.
Would you call either of these groups of boys gangs?
No, sir.
All right. Are you a part of any of these two groups?
No, sir.
All right. Are these boy-only groups?
I believe so.
All right.
I'm not aware. I don't know.
You mentioned earlier that you've met Young and Ace before. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
He is a part of the ATK group,
Yes, sir.
sort of like would you say a rival to 6 Block and Charles Jones, Julio Foolio?
Yes, sir.
And under what circumstances did you meet Young and Ace?
He's friends with my cousin.
So Young and Ace is friends with one of your cousins?
Yes.
And when did you meet him?
Just around family.
Around family?
Yes, sir.
You've seen him, I guess, multiple times around family?
No, sir.
How many times have you seen him before?
Maybe like once or twice in my lifetime.
Okay. Do you know who Alicia Andrews is?
No, sir.
And do you know whether Alicia Andrews is a part of any gang?
No, sir.
Do you know if Alicia Andrews was at the Airbnb with you?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. You were inside one of the Airbnbs, inside of a room by yourself?
Yes, sir.
Why were you by yourself?
Sometimes I just like to be alone.
All right. And you're by yourself while there's a bunch of commotion going on in another portion of the Airbnb. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'll ask you like a sort of a strange question. The Airbnb, you didn't book that, right?
No, sir.
The Airbnb itself, did you go to the Airbnb to avoid being detected by any hotel lobby cameras?
No.
All right. Do you know anyone named Fat Boy?
No.
Now, how do you listen to drill rap music? You said you do earlier, right?
Yes.
All right. Because you listen to drill rap music, does that make you a violent person?
No.
All right. Does that mean that you want to do the things that the drill rappers rap about?
No.
All right. The drill rap music, was that something that Charles Jones, Julio Foolio made?
Yes.
All right. And he made fun of people who were dead in his drill raps?
I guess so.
I guess he mocked individuals who had died or been shot?
Yes.
All right. And did people hate him for that?
I don't know.
Did people dislike him for that?
I'm not sure.
The people that Charles Jones, Julio Foolio, that he would rap about, these were actual real-life people in Jacksonville. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And did you know any of the people that he rapped about?
No, sir.
I don't have any other questions.
Okay, thank you. Redirect?
No, you're good.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes, you may.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You're free to go. Okay. All right, who's your next witness?
Officer God Charles.
Okay.
Finally getting officers.
There's your hand. He's one about